I want to give massive thanks to all of my supporting members and patrons. Thank you all so very much. Hello, good evening and welcome to you all, and I hope that you're all looking forward to a great Christmas. I certainly have been, but more of that in a moment. So who have we got in here? Oh, I see some very familiar names straight off the top. Demon Orb, now Opinion. Now, that video that you gave me a sneak preview of, absolutely excellent, loved it. Chris Durham, Q Branch, hello Q. Some new names as well, Nick Znick, I hope I've said that right, and Jonathan Orman, oh dear, I'm probably going to get in trouble. Charlie Welch, Purple Snowdrop, Archangel Lus Lunae, Brainless, Charlie Welch, Microraptor, Brian Pop, Robson Watto, and many, many more. So if I haven't mentioned you, sorry, I am just jumping in at random. Brian, I did love your joke about peekaboo syndrome. That was cracking, gave me a smile. So before I start, I'm going to give you a quick update, people. Many of you know because you have seen and posted replies to my community post. At work, I was sat opposite, was it yesterday, day before? Sat opposite a guy who was not very well and was getting worse and worse through the day and ended up putting on a coat. He was so cold and we kept telling him, get a test, get a test, get a test, until he was finally really badgered by this girl, and he went and got a test, and turned out he tested positive, which you think is terrible, but of course what we found out afterwards, he'd been feeling ill for several days and still came in without a test. And what's worse than that, his girlfriend he lives with is also feeling ill and had been tested and was positive. So he was at home with a C19 positive person, feeling unwell himself, and thought it'd be a good idea to go into work, not tell anyone and not get a test. So myself and several others have been exposed. So yesterday, was it yesterday? I lose track. Yesterday I came home, gave myself a test and was clear. Another one this morning and was clear. But I'm isolating from the rest of my family because we've got vulnerable people in the house, extremely vulnerable people. So thanks a lot for that, pal at work. Not. I'll give myself another test tomorrow morning because I did go to work today. I'll give myself another test tomorrow morning and hopefully I'll be clear, and one when I get home. And if it's still clear, then at that point I think we'll just accept that there's a good chance we got away with it. Although today I was at work and not only myself but two other people felt extremely ill. That's why I brought the time for this stream forward a bit. We had pounding headaches right behind the eyes, feeling sick and whatever. One person went home, then I went home. I don't know about the third. I wouldn't be surprised if she went home as well. So I managed to get a bit of sleep this afternoon. I do want to do this because really it's the only chance I've got to do this before Christmas. And so I wanted to have it a bit earlier so I can still get to bed at a decent time. I see we've got a couple of super chats, so let's have a read those out. Read those out. Thank you. Glenn Hughes, thank you, Glenn. Super chat, £2. Merry Christmas, Mr. S. Well, Merry Christmas to you too, Glenn, and I hope you have a great one. I hope you all have a great one. I really, really do. And super chat from Arctic Haze for 10 plun. What's pluns? Polish something, is it? I thought it was zlotys. I don't know. But 10 pluns, for which I'm very grateful, whatever a plun is. And Arctic says, let's debunk them to the Stone Age Flat Earth comes from. I don't think Flat Earth has advanced as far as the Stone Age. The secret is bang the rocks together, guys. And another one from Brainless Steel NL. Super chat for €5. Thank you, Brainless. To get you some nice snacks while you're alone in quarantine. Hope you'll be okay. Thank you, Brainless. I really appreciate it. Actually, they've looked after me very well. My daughter popped back with a couple of those, what are they? The donuts. I forgot what the donut shop's called. Blimey. Those excellent iced donuts. Love them. Absolutely love them. And last night, when we were supposed to be going out for a meal, of course, I couldn't go, but it was just to the pub down the road that's got a cracking new chef, and it was steak night. And they mentioned it to him, and when they finished their meals, he did mine. So Mrs. S brought it back, and I managed to have a steak dinner right here, which was wonderful and a nice surprise. So I hope you've all been looking forward to the 1 Minute Debunks. He says, as another super chat pops up from Mr. Eric Hare. Thank you, Eric, for $5. Wishing you the best of health and spirits through this season and the new year. Yeah, I really, really genuinely hope that all of you manage to spend time with your friends and families. I mean, it's so important anyway, but it's extra important this year, and it's so much in jeopardy for so many of us. Witness me. So I really, honestly, from my heart, hope that all goes well for all of you. And I've just seen your super chat come up. It's because the delay on YouTube, that was a bit disconcerting. Cheeses at the ready, says Q Branch. What else we got? Just scrolling down. I've cancelled our Christmas dinner this year, says Brian Pop Robson. Well, I hope you haven't. Yes, Krispy Kreme. That's it, Rusty. Thank you. Do you know, the Krispy Kreme nearest us, they used to, for an hour, give the basic donuts away free. They'd put on a light, but people got wise to that, so people would hang around outside till the light came on and all pile in for a free donut. Excellent. Love donuts. The hole. I always eat round the hole though, because I don't really like those. I leave the hole on the edge of the plate, or pop it back in the bag, because I can't be doing with eating loads of holes. No opinion, just super chatted. Thank you. 55 Swedish krona. I'm really going to enjoy sitting back and watch other people's videos for a change. So relaxing. Yeah, if anyone is unaware, and I hope that you're not unaware, Now Opinion and Little Miss Now, his beautiful young daughter, have been doing an advent calendar series of debunk videos. So please check out their channel, because I've seen the final one. I'm not sure when that's out now. Tomorrow? I'm not sure. But I thought it was a lovely way to round it off. Really did. So, highly recommend it. Go check out Now Opinion. You won't regret it. Now Opinion, these are always fun. Is that the 1 Minute Debunks? I hope so. Right. Well, we had plenty of submissions this time, which is great. And 2 of you actually did multiple submissions. I hadn't thought of establishing a rule of 1 submission each, line on the left. So I thought, well, fair enough. They went to the effort, and I've allowed them 2. Because it's not a competition. There's no prize or anything like that. But likewise, I didn't want 1 or 2 people to have an awful lot of submissions either, and I had to keep it down to a manageable number. You will see 2 videos by 2 people during the course of this. I will be putting links to all the videos in the description below the stream here. That's the payback. And also in a few days' time, I'll release a concatenated, I love that word, concatenated video, which will be all the 1 Minute Debunks back to back. So that will be out perhaps just before New Year, perhaps just after. I'm not sure exactly when. To save people, those who don't enjoy live streams, because live streams are quite long, to save them from trying to jump through, they'll be able to watch them all straight off the bat. Oh no, Brian Pop Robson is in isolation. Oh, Brian. Oh, what are you like, boy? Oh man. Well, I hope Christmas goes as well as it possibly can. That's a rotten thing to happen. Oh, it's freedom for Ace Fox 1. The man said he could go off and live on an island somewhere. Well, off you go then. That's great. Isn't that nice? I like people who like Python. I do. Right, so I'm not quite sure whether we're just going to do them one at a time or little batches. Maybe we do a couple at a time and see how time goes, because if I remember rightly, we got talking between videos quite a bit last time and ended up it taking quite a while. So I think perhaps we better crack on. So let me see if I can get this set up. That's looking good. So I think we'll go straight in. The first 1 Minute Debunk is from Steve 4 No, 6464. I always get the numbers the wrong way round, Steve. And I would like to know what it all stands for. But meanwhile, enjoy this 1 minute debunk.
So, what is it about love, lies, and respect? Why do they think it is what makes the rise and sunset? As things on top get far away, they seem to move down. As things on the bottom get far away, they seem to move up. Let's take a look at this with the help of lights. Say hello to rocks. Now say hello to rocks consider and line to mark their heads. Consider you down go away in some speed. Let's do the same. Let's zoom in and power up. Is stating on the horizon. Stating on the horizon. How does it say? Zooming in on Katsita. It's not proof of a flat air. No, it's proof of long air. Of course, it's in respect to the because sunset.
Thank you for that from Steve6464, and apparently that's his birthday. Thank you for letting us know so promptly. Hope you enjoyed that. What I haven't made clear is tonight is just a chance for people to do a little video. It's a little challenge video to try and debunk something in 60 seconds or less, and that's difficult. It is not a test of anyone's editing, acting, graphics, or any other skills like that. It's just for fun. And I hope you'll take these videos in that spirit and enjoy the fact that people have put in effort to produce these. I certainly have. So thank you for that, Steve. Really appreciate it. Let's crack on with number 2, which is from a regular to this channel. Isn't it, Brian Pop Robson? Oh, yes. The next one, I must remember to switch this on and off. I could have a cock up at some point. Let's hope not. So let's go for it. Brian Pop Robson, number 2.
Brian Pop Robson with a quick 1 minute debunk. This bag swinging on a cart on the moon is used by Apollo deniers to say that it was swinging in an air current in the Earth on its studio. Well, actually, it proves that it was swinging on the moon. Well, the thing is, we know the gravitational constant for the Earth and the moon, and pendulums have a very simple formula. We also know the length of the bag from the statistics in the ALSJ. So by using substitution, we can see which one's closest. So basically that bag swings 19 times in 52 seconds, which gives us a period of 2.74 seconds. So if we substitute that on as if it was on the moon and use the gravitational constant for the moon, let's see what it comes out to with experimental error. Well, it should have swung 2.612 seconds, which is well within the bounds of experimental error. If we substitute in the Earth, basically it comes nowhere near, which proves that once and for all that it was on the moon.
Thank you for that, Brian. And I take the comment from whoever it was. I won't vape over the top so you hear loads of crackling when these videos are going. I didn't realise it would be picked up quite so much. And I don't want to muck around switching the mic on and off. Yeah, Brian, that was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Funnily enough, yet again, another evidence happens to tally with all the other evidences without contradicting them. Nice one. And I appreciate that, I really do. So let's crack on. Well, actually, before we crack on, I see, and I'll take this opportunity, I've got a few super chats to read out. I'll go in reverse order just so I don't, unless I can find where I was. There's no opinion. Oh, right, Nimrod for 20 Swedish krona. Some more Christmas sex for you and yours. Christmas tree, Christmas tree, Christmas tree. Thanks for that, Nimrod. And I hope you and your cat have an excellent Christmas. Appreciate that. And from Jeff C for 5 Canadian shiny dollars. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you and your family, Mr. S. Also, Merry Christmas to everyone here. May 2022 be a year where we get back to normal. Amen. I think an amen is appropriate then, my friend. Thank you. Appreciate that. How about a 1 second debunk, Lucian Andrew? Well, Lucian, you could have entered a 1 second debunk. 60 was the maximum. No one thought of that, did they? And as someone has said, nuh-uh would probably do it against the flat earth. Nuh-uh. That's going to be banned from the next one. Otherwise I'm going to get 20 videos that all just say nuh-uh. Or maybe at one time one of these flat earthers will have a 1 minute debunk of the globe, show. That would be good. I'd enter that. But I don't think I'd debunk the globe. So that was Brian. So let's get on with the next one, which is the turtle moves. Thank you very much for that, Turtle. Yeah, I don't know why they don't get it. Why can't you see the sun when it's on the other side of the flat earth? Or is it perspective? I think that's what they always claim, isn't it? And I've just had another super chat pop in just as I stopped there from Jonathan Armen. I do hope I say it properly. Merry Christmas. Mr. S, can you please talk about Brian's stupid explanation about jet lag earlier to this day on Nathan's channel? That was hilarious. Wasn't it just, Jonathan? I didn't notice you in there, but yeah, I spent an hour in, or maybe a little more, I'm not sure, Nathan Oakley's side chat on one of his streams, arguing the toss with everyone. And Brian was in the video, and they were talking about the ISS and how air pressure wouldn't work because it wouldn't be strong enough. You'd have to lower the air pressure inside the ISS to its 10 to the negative 17, and then you'd die. Yeah. But during the course of that, airplanes came up as well, and the fact that they run at a lower pressure and not everyone dies when you go up in an airplane. And Brian brought up jet lag. Apparently, we get jet lag because in aircraft they lower the pressure. Yeah, that was sweet, wasn't it, Jonathan? Lower air pressure gives you jet lag. So I wonder why mountaineers don't get jet lag all the time. Hey, Brian, I'd love to hear an explanation for that. Yeah, it was another load of special dumb. Oh, Charlie Welch was in there with me again. I didn't, Charlie, I didn't notice you. There was someone else was arguing with them as well. To be honest, I was running full flow because I was arguing with about 4 people most of the time. Never mind, it was fun. And next, let's go on to the next one. Next one, we got an old friend of the channel. Get it set up. An old friend of the channel, Mr. Huge Arse.
Greetings and salutations, this is Huge Ass. Is Prince Charles a vampire? Like most of the royal families of Europe, he's related to Vlad IV of Romania, otherwise known as Count Dracul. He was also known as Vlad the Impaler because of all the gory ways that he would dispose of his enemies. As a result, he became the inspiration for the legends of Dracula, blah blah.
I do not say blah blah blah.
So in other words, vampires don't real. They're just a fictional story. So is there any evidence that Prince Charles is a vampire? Well, he has done promotions for the Romanian Tourist Board and they wanted to make him the honorary Prince of Transylvania. Now, while many may want Prince Charles to be a vampire, here's proof positive that he's not. Cue the corgi.
Now I've got a little bone to pick with Hugh. Hugh's video was longer than 1 minute. I challenged him on that. And do you know what the crafty blighter said? He said, yeah, but it's only 1 minute if you take off the header and the intro and the outro. Got away with that one, Hugh, didn't you? I'm going to have to be stricter next year. You can have all the intros and outros you want next year or next time, but it's going to come out of your 60 seconds. Yeah, crafty blighter. That's those Aussies. They're crafty ones, aren't they? But thank you very much for that, Hugh. So now we know Prince Charles is not a vampire. I did say debunk anything you want. I did. And I also opened it to flirfs. I wonder if any flat earthers have decided to do a 1 minute debunk. Any of them got the cojones to do it? I think probably not. And Colon, I see you slunk in there, making excuses for your tardiness, my friend. Tardiness. Yes, no less. You are tardy. Actually, Colon, I'm going to take this opportunity to personally thank you for all the help you have given me over the past couple years, but over the past year in particular, and all the work you do when you come into the live waiting room, instead of just watching an excellent stream, helping to sort people out with any issues they've got with mics and headphones and that. I really appreciate it. And I would also like to say I really, really enjoyed recently meeting yourself and the good lady Colon. That doesn't sound right, does it? The good lady Colon. But you know what I mean. So thank you, Colon. I want to say that out loud. I appreciate it. So Colon, you, your missus, and everyone here have a great Christmas. And what have we got next? Next, we have a cracking video. I'm really not trying to pick one over any other, but the amount of effort that went into this, I think, is quite astonishing. Well, I assume it's effort. I know that it would take an incredible amount of effort for me to do. Maybe not for him, because I suspect he's a bit of a professional at this. So this will probably be a new name to you all. Hen the Pen.
Ear. Have you ever wondered why your ears pop when travelling downhill? It's due to a difference in pressure. Think of pressure as a weight of air above, pressing down on everything below. On a mountaintop, there is less air pressure above. Climb down and the pressure increases. Now there's more above your head. Our ears have to equalise this pressure either naturally, or we do so by swallowing hard or chewing gum. So why is there more pressure closer to the ground? Gravity. Gravity attracts everything towards the centre of the Earth. It is stronger near the planet's surface, where the pressure of sea level is 14.7 psi. Mount Everest, it's only 4.84 psi. This is proof of atmospheric pressure gradient. There is no sealed dome over a flat pancake map containing equal air pressure. The floating sun would have burnt a circular hole in the dome material, and everyone would have been sucked out into the vacuum of fake space. Trust your ears, not the flurf talking out of their...
Do you know what was really sweet about that one? Hen contacted me. When he submitted, he said, "You're not offended by the caricature at the end, are you?" Offended? I was chuffed, no less. Dead chuffed. I thought that was absolutely excellent. And I did notice that when the top flew off the dome, we had a load of picked cherries flying out, which I thought was brilliant. Hope you all enjoyed that, because I certainly did. And what else we got going? Yeah, great one, says Brainless. And yeah, the animation was stunning, wasn't it? Really, really good. And yes, he's got a good sense of humour. You know, win-win-win all round. Brilliant. So what have we got next? Next we've got a name you definitely do all know. Next we have F.E. Peer Review.
Saturn's rings are unstable. Saturn's rings are actually dispersing right now as we speak, and before long, those rings will be completely gone. Now, if Saturn, the planet, and the rings around it were 4.5 billion years old, those rings would have completely dispersed and deteriorated by now. But they're still there, which means that they were created recently, not billions of years ago.
By lumping the planet in with the rings, you're either being stupid or trying to pull a fast one on your audience. Not fast enough, Matt. FE peer review says you don't get to have it both ways. You use some reference for Saturn's, quote, young rings, but don't cite it. The references I find put the age of the rings at between 10 and 100 million years, with their dispersal happening over some hundreds of millions of years. No matter how you cut it, even 10 million years ago for the rings does not fit your young Earth fantasies. Now go sit in the corner and face the wall until you're ready to be an honest boy.
I love the bit at the end with the arrow pointing to Matt's backyard where Dr. Peel is. Is it Dr. Peel, Mr. Peel? Whichever, you know what I mean. Thank you ever so much for that FE peer review. Yeah, Matt Powell grinds my gears. You would hope that somebody who professes to be a religious person, a Christian person, talks about morals, you would hope that they would actually have some themselves, instead of happily lying for Jesus. I have no problem with people having religions. I have a problem with people either pushing it down your throats or lying about it. So, thank you for that. What's this? A 1 minute debunk of Globetard Earth. Says, bite my haggis. Bite my haggis. I like that name. Right, so what do we got next? We're going through these at a goodly pace, no less. Next we have one from someone who has submitted at least twice before. Yeah. I forgot, the first one I think was to do with buildings leaning away from you as they go around a curve, and my deepest apologies, but I've forgotten what the other one was. But here's number 3 from, he switches on quickly, number 3 from Andreas Elt.
Hello and welcome to this video. Science is an obvious conspiracy by these guys. You will soon find I have undeniable proof. Because why else is the speed of sound 666 half meters per second? Quite undeniable proof, sure indeed. And just one more thing. Warning! Warning! 10,000% irony! Warning! Warning! 10,000% irony!
That's something that really gets me as well, Andreas. All this claim about 666, it's just a flipping number, and most of the time they're actually wrong about that number anyway. When they talk about orbital speed or whatever, it might be close to that with an average and so on. And yeah, that might be the speed in miles per hour. Have it in kilometres. Doesn't work then. Thank you for that, Andreas. Short, sweet, and to the point. Next one. It's the first of the guys who submitted more than one. This is Lubo in China. Lubo in China. Oh, hold on. I don't want to miss his stuff out. There we go.
Hello, Mr. Sensible. Star Trails disprove flat Earth. Find out your latitude. I'm at the latitude 39 degrees. So when I look at Polaris, it's 39 degrees from horizon. Get yourself a disco ball. Point your disco ball at the ceiling. Get yourself a level up on a tripod. Set your tripod to the angle corresponding to your latitude. Learn how to use the camera. Learn how to capture star trails. Look at the ceiling and find out the spot around which all other points rotate. That will be your Polaris. Point your camera to the point at the angle corresponding to your latitude. The point of rotation will be right in the middle of your screen. Make a time-lapse. Stop the rotation on your disco ball and rotate your camera on the tripod hinge instead. Compare your time-lapses. What shapes have you got? When the disco ball was rotating and your camera was stationary, you will get ellipses. When you rotate a camera and your disco ball was not moving, you will get circles. Now let's go outside and create the real time lapse. What shapes will we get?
Do you know what, that is really interesting? I've never thought about that. We talk about the fact that the star trails are circular. We talk about the fact that the sun, if it was moving over a flat Earth, would be, the paths would be different and so on. But that actually, I've never seen that before. The fact that you're going to get ellipsoids with one view, one rotation, and circles with the other. That was brilliant, Lubo. Loved it. Nice one, thank you. Let's go on to number 10, then we'll take a short break for a while. So number 10 is another old friend of the channel. It is, waiting while I get things set up, Where's Wally?
G'day everybody, Where's Wally here? Well, my old mate Dr. Bob, he's just dropped a nice little video and it's smacking Mitchell around rather a lot.
There's no other possibility other than those two. So which one are you? Are you stupid or are you a fraud, Mitchell?
Which I kind of enjoyed. Now I don't have to. But I think what you need to do now is follow the link up here and go and watch it.
Oh, Mr. Darwin, just one more thing, sir.
Yes, Lieutenant.
I hate to bother you.
Well, I do think Dr. Bob the Science Guy has actually committed a false dichotomy fallacy right here. He makes the premise that Mitchell has to be either stupid or a fraud. But, as one of my good viewers pointed out, clearly the third option is he is actually both.
Thank you for that, Wally. I love the Columbo clip in there. No one will notice that. I'll cut that bit out. Excellent. And I see that we got Multi Tom Tom in here saying bar humbug, Christmas is for pagans. Go tell the other flat earthers that then, Tom Tom. And someone mentioned that 333 is the half brother of the beast. Of course, 667 is the next door neighbour of the beast. There's a whole string of those jokes. If you've never seen them, they're absolutely excellent. Right, yeah, so we'll just take a short break before we carry on with those. I hope you're enjoying them. I really, really appreciated the effort that people put in. I genuinely did. Each time, this has been fun. It's been fun to look at the videos, fun to process them, and then fun on the live streams with them. I was muted, Tiny Captain, just to test if you were actually listening. Because I'm not muted now, am I? Oh no. Oh no. You must have got in there quick. Poor Mitchell. It's easy to poke fun at him. Yes, but he does make such a good target, though, FE Peer Review. An excellent target. What a shame he's taking a break from Flat Earth stuff for a while. Instead, what he's doing on his channel is he's re-uploading videos. I think today or yesterday, the very first video he ever did that I personally debunked, he's just re-uploaded with him holding a glass of water, putting a lid on it, turning it over. Oh, it didn't all fall down. Apparently disproving gravity. Yeah, it's working because of gravity, Mitch. Gravity pulling up the pulling down the atmosphere, so that it's helping to hold the lid on. Yeah, another fail, Mitch. 666 isn't evil. He's just devilishly handsome, says Microraptor. Oh dear. Q's and MAGA hate when I tell them that Jesus was a socialist, says Jeff C. I think Jeff C may be running for president. I'm not going to get into the politics of it, but I'm sure he's got an entire programme of works planned out, ready to go for his electoral, what's the word? Campaign. That's the word. So, so Tom, I want to say Merry Christmas to you. It's just a shame it's now 2 Christmases and I'm still waiting for that undebunkable Flat Earth video you promised me, pal. Maybe I'll get it for this Christmas. I could live in hope, can't I? And what else have we got in here? I'm scrolling back a bit because there's some brilliant stuff in here, guys. Oh, have we got someone having messages? Oh, right. Have we got one of those bots in there? Not sure. Yeah, well, mods, kill the bots. Kill the bots. Kill the bots. Don't kill dissenting opinion. That's fine. I might as well say. So, any mods, and for anyone who's in here, you're welcome to post dissenting opinions, but no hate speech, no doxing attempts, no gratuitous swearing. Just play it straight and you'll be fine. You'll be able to post in here. We welcome it. That doesn't mean that you're not going to get lots of argumentative comments back at you pointing out you're silly if you're silly. But you'll be allowed to say you're silly. Okay, right, where were we? We're doing all right for time, actually. So next one is from... Oh, do you know what? I can't read the full name without changing the size of the window. And I don't want to... Oh, mate. I can do it that way. Oh, it's Mr. Jones 1972. No less. Right, let's put on Mr. Jones 1972.
Hello there, dear viewer, and my 1 Minute Debunk features Matt Powell,
Official,
and his ludicrous claim that evolution teaches that dinosaurs farted themselves into extinction. Yes, young Earth creationist and monstrous gimboid Matt Powell,
Official,
truly believes that dinosaurs gassed themselves into extinction because he saw this and didn't bother to read the rest of the paper. So let's do the reading for him, shall we? Mesozoic sauropods, like many modern herbivores, are likely to have hosted microbial methogenic symbionts for the fermentative digestion of their plant food. Today, methane from livestock is a significant component of global methane budgets. Sauropod methane emission will probably have also been considerable. Here we use a simple quantitative approach to estimate the magnitude of such methane production and show that the production of the greenhouse gas methane by sauropods could have been an important factor in warm Mesozoic climates. Yes! So, nowhere does it say that dinosaurs gas themselves into extinction.
Well, that's one way to make a 1 minute video, Mr. Jones. Talk at high speed. Cracking job. I did like the bits with the bold bloke in, though. He was excellent. I didn't like the bits so much with Mr. Matt Powell in. No. So debunk him next time without showing him for extra credit. Thank you very much for that, Mr. Jones. Really appreciate it. So what else we got in here? Have we got a bit of banter going in here? Happy Monetisation Day, Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones, have you just reached monetisation? Or is he not in here? Well, if he is not in here, good for him. I'm glad he's done it. He deserves it, definitely. It's a lot of work. It's actually a surprising amount of work to reach the point where you get 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours. It's a lot easier said than done, definitely. So who do we have next? We have next someone called Rory McAllister. Rory McAllister. Hit it, Rory.
The Gleason map disproves flat earthers without them even knowing. We physically measured the distance from the North Pole to the equator. That would be our radius on a flat earth and would be about 10,002 kilometers long. That gives us a circumference of 62,844 kilometers at the equator, which is already a problem, but let's keep going and just assume everything we knew was wrong. We know how long the segments of the equator are that run through Africa and South America, which are around 3,734 kilometers and 3,375 kilometers respectively. If you take their length and divide them by the length of the whole equator, you get the percentage that is over that continent. Take any picture of the Gleason map, find the length of its equator in centimeters, and then multiply it by the percentages you get. These lengths of the continents will match the globe values every time, not the flat Earth ones, which would be much smaller. The same goes for the Tropic of Capricorn, which on a flat Earth would have a length of about 79,137 kilometers. The lengths of the arcs through Australia, Africa, and South America match up perfectly to a globe yet again. There's a lot more to get into with this, but essentially they need to make a new map and stop using the Gleason projection.
Well, I saw a message there from Q saying I missed video number 5. I'm just going to go back and check. I did. I did indeed. How did I manage that? But I did. You're quite right, Q. I know how you knew that, because video number 5 happens to be Q branch. You crafty blighter. You've been looking at my PC to see the order I picked them in. But you're quite right, I missed it out. My deepest apologies. So let's have a look at Q branch's 1 minute debunk. As someone said, yeah, some top hacking there, Q. I'm really worried now. I'm going to change all the passwords on my bank accounts and things like that. And I'm so glad that you noticed that number 5 was missed, because that would have been dreadful. Whoever's it was, it's just fortunate it was yours, really, wasn't it? And for those who don't know who Q branch is, let me let you into a little secret. Q branch is dun 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 Q, who aided me massively with Mage, with design, planning, construction, launch and everything, and loan of equipment as well. So once again, massive thanks, Q, as well as thanks for pointing out I missed out number 5. Oh my goodness, I'd never have lived that down, would I? Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. What Steve said, cheesonometrics. Oh, yes, there was cheese mathematics. I don't know how you... Cheesematics? I don't know. Cheesometry? Not sure. But, yeah, debunked by cheese. Yeah, don't you steal my shtick, Q. That would be naughty. Right, Multi Tom Tom, are you moaning about the fact that I get super chats and things, are you, Tom Tom? Is that right, Tom Tom? Because you're welcome to get yourself 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours, just like Mr. Jones 1972 recently has, and monetize yourself. There you go. Hey, are you saying Nathan Oakley is a bad person because his channel is monetized? Although I grant you, with the amount of views he's getting, it won't be much money, will it? And I got a super chat. What's Ron? I got 10 Ron. Do Ron, do Ron. 10 Ron from Lucian Andres saying, can I be a mod, Mr. J? For those who don't know, you'll have to look at my other channel to find out what the J is. Can I be a mod? Lucian, I've got my own method of picking mods, okay? And I have an internal rule. I don't make a mod when someone asks to be a mod, no matter what I think of them, okay? I pick people when I have need of a mod, and I pick someone who I happen to see around that sort of time that I know and trust. Now, I do know and trust you. You know, you've been around for a long time, and being a mod is not something that is not going to happen. Okay, it's not that I'm sat here thinking, no, I don't want Lucian as a mod, but I have to follow my rules, which is a lot of gut instinct about people, but also never when they ask. So I do thank you for the super chat, I really do. And you know, it's a fair question, but them's the rules. Okay, so please don't be upset about it, because there's plenty of people who are mods and plenty of people who are not mods, some of whom have been around longer than some of the mods. Okay, because a mod is not the be all and end all. A mod does not mean that I think that person is wonderful and another isn't. Okay, so I hope you can understand and accept that. just keep hanging around. Okay, if you're there at the right time, you could become a mod. You could have a crack at going to my other channel, First Time Watching, because that's a new channel, so I only have very few mods on there. So if you fancy that, there's probably a better chance of actually getting hit upon as to be a mod. That goes for you too, Multi Tom Tom, but you'll have to be a very good boy, a very, very good boy. Right, so where are we? Well, that was number 5. So where does that... what number should I show next then, Q? Hey, what number was I up to? I think that the last one I had shown was Rory McAllister, number 12, which means that we're on number 13. Who on earth is unlucky number 13? Who could it be? Because I don't think they're unlucky. I actually think that this person, number 13, is someone who I've had dealings with over an extremely long time, and this person once sent me a song. They did, for my birthday, a birthday song to me, which I really, really appreciated. I still have on the desktop of my computer. So let's have a look then and see what is going to be presented by number 13, Global Mom.
Just wanted to show you this. I just really noticed it today, and I'm holding my phone, my camera of my phone, at my eye level. Now check out that red line at the bottom of this glass. The bottom of the glass, the vase. The bottom of the vase is right there. Now check that out. See that red line? That is a deck that is beyond my eyesight, that is being built behind my apartment. Check out that looming. Kind of like the black swan image, don't you think? Yeah, I would say there's refraction going on right there.
Oh, hold on. That wasn't a cock-up at all. Thank you very much for that, Global Mom. That's a bit similar to the one I did with the ball with the tack stuck to it. Something else I thought of, looking at your glass on the shelf, as well as the looming of the red deck, everything else seemed to be all sort of wibbly-wobbly, like, I don't know, like one of those oil platforms, by some strange chance. Thank you very much for that. Oh, I've had another super chat. Another couple. Right, from Earth is Life, super chat for $5, saying, is it too late to enter a 1 minute debunk? It's fairly late, yes. Fairly late, Earth is Life. But I'll tell you what, by all means, please do a 1 minute debunk. Keep hold of it, and the next time I do one of these, and this is number 4, next time I do one of these, you'll have it ready to go. You can just send it in. I was going to comment on something else, which I won't. Thank you for your keenness. 10 out of 10 for keenness, minus several million for good timing. Thank you. And from Timo Lynch, super chat for €10. Thank you, Timo. I bought a cheese. Some people can't stomach cheese or think it's an acquired taste. It has whiskey and nuts in it. It's Sir Sick incarnated as cheese. Have yourself a happy crimbo, Mr. Sensible. Well, you too, Timo, and enjoy your cheese. Actually, I wonder if I'm going to get any strange cheeses for Christmas. Interesting. I'm not really quite sure. We're actually doing a secret Santa here at home. Rather than everyone buy everyone presents, spend all the money on one person. So I just hope that whoever's got me has got me something nice. I think they have. Mrs. S assures me that they're likely to have. That's great. And the great thing is, the person I had to buy for, Mrs. S saved me all that mucking around trying to think of stuff, because I'm crap at that. But then, don't tell her, but I got her something extra. I want to get in her good books, or at least stay out of her bad books. I want to get out of this office. I've been in there for 2 days. Zaphod approves, definitely. Thank you, Ace Fox. It's always great to know when Zaphod approves. So that was number 13, Global Mom. And with Global Mom, as with all the channels, don't forget that I will be putting, nay, I have already put, the links to all the videos, or all the channels rather, in the description below. So check them out later. You know, there's going to be some videos that you really take to, others less so perhaps. So, but do try and visit some of these channels, have a poke around, a look around, see what they got, see if there's anything that you like. Because a few likes, a few nice comments, maybe a subscribe or two, I'm sure would go down very well indeed. I'm in isolation. Well, I'm in isolation right now, monochromatic. Sort of semi-isolation. I'm not isolated in that I'm still going to work, but I'm isolating myself from a family due to risks following an exposure at work. And until I'm happy that I'm okay, I don't want to risk extremely vulnerable family members. So it's not an official isolation, it's a Mr. Sensible extra violation? Isolation violation. I'm not going to violate you know what I'm saying? Actually, if you do, can you tell me? Because I don't know what I'm saying. Let's get on with the next one. So that was Global Mom. So next we have Mr. Eric Hare.
One of the easiest flat Earth assertions to debunk in 60 seconds or less is the idea that somehow the atmosphere as described cannot happen because of the second law of thermodynamics. How do you debunk this? Just simply look up what thermodynamics is. Okay? Thermo, heat, dynamics, movement. The movement of heat. It has nothing to do with anything. Yes, it is true there is a statement of order. Go look up what entropy is. It's kind of fun. You'll see that it has nothing to do with this. But when you talk about solids, there is an order to solids. You look at liquids, there's a little bit of order that applies there as well. Gases, you can forget about it. Yes, we have diatomic gases, but it absolutely has nothing to do with it. You might as well tell me how many angels have to dance on the head of a pin. It's completely irrelevant. That's how you debunk it.
Hold on. There we go. This is like juggling, I'm not sure, it's like juggling budgerigars, I don't know. 400 level English says, that's nice, I was COPD, I wish my brother was as thoughtful as you. Yeah, I mean, obviously, with COPD, you're at risk. People should be thoughtful, because COPD is not something that's necessarily visible to anyone. I mean, I presume your brother knows. Other people may not know. They can't just assume that everyone else is going to be all right. You can't see their vulnerabilities. Still, we're not going to harp on about who killed who. Actually, that's quite literal, isn't it? It could be. That's the problem. It's not a bloody joke. Anyway. Yeah, that was a nice video, Next Pro. And, sorry, what was Eric saying again? About, what was it? Flat Earth say? Thermal dynamics. Was it a natural law debunking your religious fundy space vacuum? I think that's what Nathan calls it, something like that. Sven Bulens, €3. We never worked out, is that a fox or a cat? I'm going to assume it's a cat, saying, how's it going? It's going well, Sven, and I hope it is for you too, and indeed to all of you. Oh, that's interesting. It's actually popped up on the IFTTT thing. I think that's the first super sticker I've seen on there, because it actually says Sheba dog raising an arm to greet someone asking how is it going. That's great. At least I'll be able to work out what some of these super stickers are. But thank you for that. Much appreciated. Oh! I just had another super chat from Mr. Northern Thompson for 20 Australian upside down dollars, and they're so collectible, these ones that are upside down. I really appreciate it. Saying happy holidays, y'all. Well, happy holidays, y'all, back to you, my friend. I really appreciate it. You guys are so generous. By the way, don't forget. I would say don't forget, but maybe you weren't told in the first place. But I'm telling you now. I think I had told you last stream. There's a Mr. Sensible Christmas speech out on Christmas Day, no less, at 3 p.m. Oh yes, Yes, a Christmas Day speech. Incidentally, within that Christmas Day speech is a special Christmas message from a certain flat earther called Mitchell from Australia. Oh yes, it's one not to miss. It's very important. And I suggest you cancel your opening prezzies. Forget the turkey, never mind all that lot. Just make sure you're there 3 o'clock in the afternoon for the Mr. Sensible Christmas speech. A little bit of fun. Right, what are we up to now? Number 15. Number 15, no less. From Way of the Dookie.
Odalis's Journal, Day 8062 of the Ice Wall Expedition. It has been almost 2.5 decades since Dookie and I first set foot on this god-forsaken frozen wasteland, leaving loved ones long behind in both time and distance. Only warm memories of them sustain me through this bitter cold. We have tracked countless miles in every direction, but alas, still no sign of the wall, though strangely we are confronted by large bodies of water which we can find no way around. Sadly, I fear the isolation has taken its toll on my companion, and cabin fever has set in. He insists we are merely on a continent surrounded by an ocean. I must persevere through his lunacy and find the ice wall to reveal the truth to the world. A noble cause that I'm willing to sacrifice the rest of our lives in order to discover.
Absolutely brilliant. I loved that Way the Dookie. Way the Dookie has done one of those I do like fluffy little kittens videos. I believe that has already been shown in one of my previous videos. That was cracking. And good luck in your mission to find the ice wall if there's anything left of you after having been nibbled at by Dookie. Oh yeah, very, very creative. Loved it. And it looks as though it's popular in there as well. And I've had another super chat from John Watson for £5. Thank you, John, saying, Yo Mama says happy holidays. Well, happy holidays back to you, John. And don't start on the Yo Mama jokes. I've got a fund of witty and amusing Yo Mama jokes, although I'm not going to go into them now, but my daughter actually created one on the spot once. She really did. This is unique to her. It's her joke. She made it up. It is a joke belonging to her. Yo Mama's so fat, when she goes to KFC, she licks other people's fingers. She was about 12 years old when she made that up, honestly, straight up. Way the Dookie would be a good name for constipation treatment. Oh, come on. Oh, and Next Pro likes fluffy kittens, but can't manage to eat a whole one. Yeah. Don't you find that the fur gets stuck between your teeth? I do. So where are we now? Well, we've been going for an hour and we're at number 16. So we're not doing too badly at all. So let's have a look at number 16. It's the second one by Lubo in China.
Debunk of rotating dome local stars and constellations. If the stars are local and fixed on the rotating dome, the constellations and the distances between the stars would also change as they get closer or further away. Just like the headlights of the cars in the night. As they get closer or farther away, the distance between the lights would get bigger or smaller respectively. It is easy to check. Grab a ruler at the distance of your fully stretched arms and measure the distances between the brightest stars. Do the distances between them change through the night? If not, they are definitely not local, but very far away. We know it doesn't change though. Astronomers use a technique called plate solving based solely on known fixed distances between the stars. It helps to locate, align your telescope precisely, and to point at the target you want to photograph. The only variables are the telescope's focal length and camera sensor pixel size to get it right, although it greatly helps to set the date and your location. The stars are definitely not local, and Earth definitely isn't flat under a giant dome. Grow up, flurbs.
Yeah, grow up, flat earths. I love that. What a simple idea. just holding a ruler. Yeah, you don't have to be exact, but if you can see, oh, those two stars are roughly 10 centimetres apart on my ruler, have a look when they're down near the horizon or whatever. If they're still 10 centimetres apart, then they're not moving away. It's not perspective. Nice one, Luba. A nice simple thing that anybody can try and do. And actually that wouldn't be a bad thing to do with kids, because you could show them with street lights getting further away and then show them with stars not getting further apart. Nice one. Oh, and there was a comment. Let me just scroll back. 400 level English asked me, what was it? It was a really important question. I have a serious question. Beans on toast or cheese on toast? It's tea time. I'd always go for cheese on toast. And if you really want to treat yourself, put a bit of Worcester sauce on top of the cheese once it's toasted. Beans on toast, we always used to call them skinheads on a raft. Not such a big fan of the beans. Always went for cheese on toast. So that very important question has been answered. So I hope you like the answer, and I hope you are not already tucking into beans, because that would be a bit of a problem then, wouldn't it? You chose the wrong one. Oh, Next Pro doesn't eat kittens ever. Ever. Never. That's sad. You should try them. You should try them next. They're very cute and tasty. Oh yes, I like kittens. So where are we? Take a video and use the video. Use the ruler on the playback. Do you know what? Honestly, that is such a simple thing. That is science, basic science that a kid could do. It's basic science that a flat earther will fail to understand, fail to actually do, and just say nuh-uh to. We know that. Or they'll shout perspective. Yeah. Flat earthers. Full of fail. Definitely. Oh, you're off to make cheese on toast. Right, okay, 400. Well, make sure you let us know what your cheese on toast was like. Okay. Right, let's go on to number 17, which is another name that was fairly new to me. But hopefully we'll hear a lot more from Al K.
Flat earthers think a compass can only work on a flat earth with the needle staying flat. In reality, a compass needle aligns itself within the magnetic field, and the field is shaped like this. Fortunately, we can physically test the shape of the magnetic field by doing tests with iron filings or needles, like these examples shown here. When we do these tests, we can see the way that needles continually align themselves within the field, following its spherical shape. Much like the noble Edam, the surface of a globe complements this shape, so when moving across the surface, a compass needle will always be aligned perpendicular to the local vertical with some dip at the poles. However, on a flat earth, the surface will cut through the magnetic field instead of following it. As a result, the compass needle would try to align itself vertically instead of horizontally, and this will cause errors with readings. You can test the shape of the earth with something as simple as a compass and prove to yourself that it is not flat.
Thank you very much for LK. Yeah, they don't. That's just something else that flat earthers don't get. We had them going on about the Curie point, or as Mitchell from Australia, or was it flat? No, Flatside was telling us about the Curry point. Whichever, they're both as dumb as each other, and saying that once metal gets to that temperature, it's lost its magnetism. Therefore, the centre of the Earth can't be hot. Yeah, it doesn't work like that, guys. Doesn't work like that. Thank you very much for that, LK. And I did see a message in there in the chat from Alan Rhodes asking if I'd watched the Star Wars Holiday Special yet. Alan actually suggested it to me as a video for the First Time Watching channel. Well, Alan, I had a look around for it, and on YouTube that there is a copy of it, and it says the best copy, and it actually had to reconstruct the thing from several sources to get an entire video. So I had to look at 2 minutes of it. What were they, tripping? Were they on drugs or something when they made that? Are you serious, man? If anyone has not seen it, yeah, the Star Wars Holiday Special. I read that George Lucas apparently said that if he had a hammer and a time, he'd go around and smash every copy. George, if you want to do that, I'll give you a hand. That was terrible. What was that, Alan? That was really strange. I didn't watch it all. I just dipped in a few minutes and it didn't stop being odd anywhere that I saw. That is really, really unusual. It'll be interesting to see what other people think of it. Please do comment. Star Wars Holiday Specials, it's set on a beach. I think Biggest Doggers, it's set somewhere with an awful lot of drugs. It must be. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. Like there was one bit, there was I don't know if it was Chewbacca, but it was a Wookiee having cooking lessons, making banter patties or something. I don't know. Really, really strange. Apparently it was made, or was that released the year after Star Wars? I think they were just trying to cash in. But they tried to cash in very badly, I think. Yeah, I think Admiral Squatbar, Alan hates me for suggesting Star Wars Holiday Special. Do you think, Admiral, it's a trap? I think it's a trap. Definitely. Yeah, Mike 71, it's the worst Holiday Special. Look, Alan, I genuinely hope I haven't insulted you. If it's something you enjoy or find funny, that's absolutely fine. But it was odd. Very odd. Oh, it's Chewie's family, says Dora and Coo. Yeah. 5-minute story padded to over an hour and a half. Yeah. I think they should remake it as a 5-minute story cut to about 30 seconds. It'll be more popular. Thank you, Alan. I appreciate it. So, where are we next? Next, we are at number 18, which is from, and I don't know how to say your name either. I wish there was an easy way to find this out. CrowXE, or is it Croaks? I'm not sure, but CrowXE. Thank you very much. Let's see what you got.
If you go to south latitude 57.23, the star Gakrax from the Southern Cross will pass overhead every day. 12 hours later, after its overhead passing, it will be at its lowest point in the sky for that location. Using logic, or call it math if you will, it will have an elevation angle of 24.46 degrees at that point in time. And the distance to its GP will be 3,932 nautical miles, actual distance to cross to reach the GP. When we move towards a star GP, all the stars and celestial positions that were above and in front of us will be above and behind of us. So, by the time we reach the Gakrax GP and reaching 57.23 south latitude again, the SCP will be behind us, aka we're looking north. Polar circumnavigation proven by celestial navigation, and that proves the globe, thanks to the year of the sextant.
Oh yes, the year of the sextant, the year that just kept on giving again and again and again. I mean, how dumb can you be to choose a tool that relies on and uses the spherical Earth as some sort of evidence that the Earth is flat, and worse than that, claim that it actually cannot work on a globe? That takes a certain sort of special. It's dumb. Thank you very much for that, CrowXE. Really, really enjoyed it. So we've only got 2 left. 2 1-minute debunks. Time has flown. What was it? There was a joke I just thought of, and it's just gone clean up my head, but never mind. Couldn't have been very funny then, can we? Could it? Tom, are you saying that Nathan Oakley is ace? I think that everybody here agrees that Nathan Oakley is ace hole. Definitely. So thanks for that, Tom. Hey, Tom, isn't it about time you gave me a super chat? I'm waiting for your super chat. Come on, Tom. It's your chance to have a message read out to the world. Oh, yes. Go on, support it. Support this channel, Tom. Support this monetization. Yeah. Come on, Tom. Do it. You know it makes sense, Tom. You do, don't you, Tom? Hey, where's Gary Wybenga? He's not here, is he? Lucian Andrews says it was more like Star Wars Horror Day. Yeah, it's definitely worth a quick look. I couldn't believe it when I saw it was an hour and a half long. I couldn't sit for all that. And I think if I tried to make Mrs. Sensible sit through it, I'd have had a good kick up the brackets, definitely. Definitely. 2, Mr. Sensible? Yes, Tiny Captain. That was number 18 with Croexy. I'll tell you what I will do. In fact, I'll do it now. I'm just going to have a look through to make sure I haven't missed any. So there was Steve6464, Brian Pop Robson, the Turtle Moves, Hugh Jars, Q Branch eventually, Hen the Pen, FE Peer Review, Andreas Elt, Lubo in China, Where's Wally, Mr. Jones 72, Rory McAllister, Glober Mom, Eric Hare, Way of the Dookie, Lubo in China again, and Al K. And then we've just had Croexy, which does leave 2 more, definitely. Oh yes, yes, we must break the 100 likes barrier. Come on, there's 99. Go on, do it. You know it makes sense. Oh, we got Wally in here. Have we got Wally? Oh, you're talking about Wally and Wolfie proving R. Mr. S said the G word. Did I? What was the G word? What did I say? I'm not sure. Hello, Triggered Limey. Oh, Triggered Limey, you're a new fan of First Time Watching, aren't you? Really appreciated your comment today, pal. I really did. That was nice. So, let's go in. Oh, you're getting lots of hellos. He's a popular chap, is Triggered Limey, isn't he? Oh, yeah. Right. Number 19. That's what we want to see now. Number 19, which is the second video by that animator, Hen the Pen.
If we truly are living on a stationary horizontal plane, are we entitled to air miles? If the distant horizon truly looks flat, can we check it with a flat Earth ruler? There is a popular myth being taught today that the spherical Earth is CGI, contained gravity infrastructure. If we truly cannot see the distant shoreline, something must be obscuring our view. The level-headed, heliocentric public would have you believe we truly are rounds the bend. If the Earth truly is flat, this sure doesn't prove it.
I loved that little, Eric, what are you doing in there? Thank you very much for that, Hen. Really, really appreciate it. That's great. That was great. And I see I've got a super chat from Dora Nku for €2 saying, you missed a super chat. And I had a look and I missed a super. Well, actually, I don't know if I didn't miss it, but I hadn't got round yet to reading it, Dora. I hadn't got round to reading it. I hadn't had a chance. I checked on the big board and everything, Mr. President. There was a previous super chat, as you have so wisely pointed out, from Jeff C. A super chat for $5 Thank you, Jeff, saying, I told the Triggered Limey earlier today that flirts do not know the proper use of sextants and sextents. Oh, yes. Yes. You don't want to go camping with the love of your life and just take along a sextant, do you? Oh, no. No. That wouldn't be very good. And you're not going to find your way around the world with a sextent. This is very confusing. How are they going to follow through in one of these sextents with a curved adjacent? I don't even know what a curved adjacent is. I don't know if I want to know. It sounds naughty. Nathan knows all about them. He was talking about his purple toy today, enjoying the feeling or something. I'm really not sure. It got quite strange at one time. Never mind. It was a very big board with math on it, says Micro. Yeah. More cartoons. Absolutely, Tom Tom. And do you realise, Tom Tom, I'm going to let you into a secret. That cartoon smashes your flat earth, pal. He just smashed your flat earth. They've all smashed your flat earth. Where's your 1 minute debunk of the globe? You had the chance. It was open to everyone. I would have shown it. I'll tell you what, Tom Tom. You do me a 1 minute debunk of the globe, okay? And we'll have a special where yours is the only video shown. Can't say fairer than that. Okay? Give that a try. Come up with your best pro-flat earth or anti-globe evidence, and we will do a live stream, and you will get links to your channel, a shout out, and we will all see what you've got. But please don't leave another 2 Christmases before we get it, because everyone would have forgotten by then. I'll be old and retired then. Mrs. S will have kicked me out, you know. The house will have crumbled into the ground. So, you know, pull your finger out, get on with it. We'll have it by sometime in the next couple of weeks, eh? That sounds good. Very good. So right, we've got to 125 likes. Well, there you go. Thank you, people. Appreciate it. Multi-Tom-Tom does it best in song. Oh, dear. I'll tell you what, Tom-Tom, if you want to do it as a rap, that's fine, okay? I'll happily play your entire rap on my channel. No, that's taking a big risk, isn't it? Remember, I do have subscribers who I want to keep. I have my wonderful members and patrons. I don't want to scare them off, so you'll have to do your very best rap. Okay, Tom-Tom? Mr. Sensible scheduling comedy night. Yeah, comedy plus multi-Tom-Tom. He'll be in a category all on his own. Right, so we have one more 1 minute debunk. And I didn't say, I've popped these up on here just in the order they came. Previous times I tried to mix them up to try and have sort of different subjects, not next to each other or whatever. I just did them in the order they came. So there was no preferences there. And just before I play it, I'll just read out, there's a super chat just come in from Timo Lynch. Thank you, Timo, for €5, saying, shout out to the Triggered Limey. Check out his channel. Now this is a sponsored video. Yep, please can a mod please drop a link to Limey's channel in the chat. That would be much appreciated. Okay, much appreciated. So let's get on with it then. Very sad, but this is going to be the last of the 1 minute debunks until we do a stream very, very soon with Multi-Tom-Tom's 1 minute debunk of the globe Earth, or 1 minute proof of the flat Earth, or something that might be a rap. We're looking forward to it, Tom-Tom. Meanwhile, let's have a look at 1 minute debunk number 20, which is by Ion 2.
As we all know, it's the year of the sextant. My Australian friend was kind enough to share this deep correction table from a nautical almanac. Let's have some fun and plot the lines of sight. At a height of 0 feet, the angle to the horizon is 0. That is, if you dip your eyes into the water, the horizon rises to the eye level. That's where the term deep correction comes from. Between 0 and 2 feet, it's 1 minute of angle. Between 2 and 6, 2 minutes, and so on. Between this and this, 50 minutes. Let's shrink the x-axis to better see what's going on. Ha!
Interesting.
I wonder what's the size of the circle that fits in that. 4,600 miles seems close enough. What's so familiar about that number?
Interesting.
Well, thanks for the R, my friend.
And that is the new evidence for a globe Earth. Thank you, Ion 2. We've previously had Flow Rider with his toe tags. Now we got Ion 2 with those dip angles. Oh yeah, funny, that isn't it? Once again, evidence points to a globe Earth. Explain that away, Flurfs. Oh, you can't, can you? You can't. Yeah, we've had another super chat from the Triggered Limey. Thank you, Triggered, for £2, saying, is that flat Earth rap with a silent C? Yes, it's flat Earth rap. Or something like that. There is a C in there somewhere. You're right. It definitely is, Limey. Tom, we're looking forward to it. So listen, guys, I hope, beyond hope, that you all enjoyed those. For those of you who made submissions, I hope that you've enjoyed having your videos put on here to what will be hopefully a very large audience. We've got 161 watching as I speak, we typically will get several thousand views. So several thousand people will have seen your 1 minute debunks. And why not? There should now be, if someone can refresh their screen, there should be the links to all, it's 18 different, but 20 links to the different 1 minute debunk video creator channels. So as I said before, please, when you get some time, pop in and have a look at a few of them, whichever your favourites are, or all of them, it doesn't matter, and have a look around and see if you feel they're worth a subscribe. Because I think that people who put in effort like that, who put themselves forward, stick their head above the parapet, create a video, a 60-second video no less, which is difficult, to try and debunk something, that says a lot. I mean, never mind a 60-second debunk. I'd like to see a flat earther actually debunk anything globe, because I've been at this for nearly 2.5 years, actively making videos, and I ain't seen one yet. Come on, flat earthers, you need to up your game while there's still some of you still in existence. Come on, Mr. Nathan Oakley, why don't you go for that debate with conspiracy cats while you still actually have some subscribers and viewers? Latest I'm seeing, he's got 22,000 subscribers and is hitting about 600 or 700 views a show. It's not good, Mr. Oakley. Oh no, we don't like that now, does we, Mr. Oakley? No. And we've got another super chat. Oh, and another one. Oh, right, let's go back a bit. So Triggered Limey. Okay. Globamom, super chat $2, saying, take some of my ad revenue, Mr. S. You deserve it. Well, thank you, Globamom. And you deserve some of these fine and good people visiting your channel, having a look at some of your videos, giving you some likes, and hopefully a few subscribes. Thank you, Mom. Appreciate it. And from David Oliver, a super chat for £5, saying, Lumfeo, Multi-Tom said, flat earth star charts when space is fake. Lots of smiley tears rolling down emojis. Thank you, Multi-Tom. I needed that laugh, as did we all. Tom, you've been providing humour since what year? I'm not sure, but a long time. Keep up the good work. Your channel's been quiet lately, which is always disappointing. We need some fresh dirt to laugh at. So please, Tom, go ahead. Make my day. Make a video. Make my undebunkable video. 2 years I've been waiting for that. Blimey. And Arctic Haze has super chatted another 10 plun. I gotta find out what pluns are. I like pluns. I'm not sure what they are, but I like them. Thank you, Arctic Haze, saying merry end of the year for everyone. Indeed. I really, really hope you all have a smashing Christmas and a wonderful new year. That goes for you as well, Multi-Tom. Equally, okay? Tom, have a good Christmas, my friend. I hope you've all been enjoying that. As I said, I have out on Christmas Day a short Christmas speech at the same time as the Queen's. I'm predicting that she's going to panic that over the scheduling, and she may move her speech a little to avoid clashing with mine, because she wants to get some views. Well, I thought they were Polish zlotys, but why aren't they PLZs then? Or is N Polish for Z? I don't know. I'm Polish has lots of Z's in, so why can't they put in a Z where you actually want a Z? I don't know. Once again, a very interesting question that's been much on my mind in recent weeks that I shall endeavour to find out the answer for. Right, so that's Christmas Day. I will also be releasing these 1 minute debunks in back-to-back format, just with a quick intro and outro. That will come out at some point, so if you've missed them and you don't fancy going all through the stream to try and find them, you can watch them all in one shot like that. And what else? The new channel, first time watching with my wife. We're having great fun with that. We've actually filmed the third one, so I'll be editing that soon. If you haven't tried it, please give it a try. I think we're improving. I mean, we had the first one we barely spoke because we just watched the film. The second one was better, but there were some issues with YouTube. The third one actually got released, which was Hellraiser, which I thought was good fun. Second one was Legally Blonde, and I think that was much better than the Hellraiser, to be honest. We sort of bounced off each other much better. We've got the third one, as I said, is in the pipeline, so that will be out. I'm not sure exactly when. I'll probably do the editing between Christmas and New Year, so whether it comes out before New Year or not, I don't know. But please consider giving that channel a like and subscribe, because I know Mrs. S will be pleased about that. Every time I tell her, oh, we got so many subscribers, she goes, really? She's still a little nervous about it, but she shouldn't be, because I think she's great. But don't tell her that I really think that, because I'll never live it down. Never. Just as she'll never live down a comment she made to one of my daughters. This was around 1.5 2 years ago. She made this comment, and every now and then I remind her that she said to my daughter, oh, I love that man to bits. Oh, yes, for the win. She said, I'm going to kill you, to the daughter, for having told me she said that. Anyway, right, I've got another super chat there from Jeff C for $5 Canadian. Thank you, Jeff. Have said before, but will again. Enjoy the holidays, stay safe, and may 2022 be the year we get back to normal. Once again, I will say amen, a heartfelt amen. We really do want that. Pulling together, getting jabbed, socially distancing, being sensible, that's what's going to beat this thing. It really is. So, we had PLZ, but inflation ate them. Oh, that explains it. Oh, dear. Sorry, Luna GG is being silly in chat. Bring them on. Luna GG. What's Luna GG? I'm scrolling back. I can't see any Luna GGs. I don't know what a Luna GG is. Luna GG. There you go. Lumeo. What else did you say? Tear emoji. I'm not really sure. Oh, right. Why do so many people deny the Earth is flat? It's because they're afraid to go against the prevailing culture. They think the world is round. Ha. No, well, Luna GG. I would quite happily admit that the Earth is that shape. He says carefully so he doesn't get clipped. If you can show the evidence, that's all it'll take. If you can show it's a dodecahedron with good evidence that is a better explanation for what we see in the real world, hell, I'll go with a dodecahedron. Why do I care if it's a sphere or if it's flat or a dodecahedron? I don't. The only reason I plump for a sphere is because all the evidence, and when I say all, I mean 100%, evidence in its entirety. You take an entire pile of evidence and all of it is for a sphere. That's why we go for a sphere. If you can provide evidence to show it's a flat, I'm sure that everyone here will quite happily say, hey, I was wrong, and then follow the Flurf way of life. Unfortunately for you, there's two problems. One, you have no evidence, and two, your evidence is entirely lacking. Now, I realise that's actually the same thing, but it's such a biggie, I thought it was worth mentioning twice. But yeah, if you want to come on and have a debate at some point, Luna GG, I'm up for it. Definitely. Definitely. And actually, while I was on, was it on Oakley's earlier on today, it looks as though there may be a debate between two people hosted on this channel. Phil Bell was one, and the other guy, I can't remember his name right now. So hopefully we'll get that organised, because the other guy was keen to do it between Christmas, excuse me. Oh dear, good job I started this stream early. He was keen to do this debate between Christmas and the New Year, which I'm up for because I'm off between Christmas and New Year. So fingers crossed, if they pull their fingers out, we can get it organised. We'll have a good flat globe debate with me as a 100% neutral moderator, which I'm quite happy to do. What's this? Tiny Captain, guess there was something wrong with my sent in of a 1 minute debunk. Tiny, which was yours? Did I reply to you? Because with each one that was sent in, I sent a reply saying, yep, I've got it, or I've downloaded it, or whatever. Nothing I can think of wrong with your 1 minute debunk, because I can't remember seeing your 1 minute debunk, Tiny. Did I reply to you? I'll tell you what, Tiny. I'll tell you what, and I'm quite happy to do this. Oh, is that you who sent me a DM? Just asking to say, yeah, Tiny, nothing wrong with it. Look, if it somehow got screwed up and I have missed it, honestly, my heartfelt apologies. Okay, I tell you what, if you can send it to me again and make sure I reply to say I've received it, okay? I will on the next stream, I will just show your 1 minute debunk. Unless Tom Tom's is there, and then there'll be two of them. But I'll just show your 1 minute debunk, Tiny, because I'm more than happy to, okay? There's certainly not a single one. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do it, and I hope you know I wouldn't do that. The only way I would reject a 1 minute debunk if it was, well, as I said, if it was political, if it was C19/Vax, or if it was doxing or hate speech or anything like that. And I don't for 1 minute think that anything you would have sent in would have been any of that. I'd have happily shown it, pal. Okay? I've shown every one bar the duplicates where two people submitted several, and I whittled them down just to two from each of them. So, again, my apologies if I've screwed up, okay? Genuinely. So, where are we? Because, as I said, I've actually left work. I left work early today because of not being well. Managed to get some sleep this afternoon, and so I thought I do want to do this tonight, but I had to start early to make sure I'd be able to cope. And as you see, I'm up again. Oh, excuse me. I'm struggling. So I'm sorry for those who have come to the live waiting room. I'll give you a shout out. We've got Tessa Livuo, Next Pro, and Captain Welshie. That I'm not going to get. Oh, the additional music link you asked for is in the description. Oh, hold on. You're right. That music link is in the description. I mean, I grabbed a copy of it, so I did have your video. What the hell's happened to that then? Because I thought it was the music was going with the Turtle Moves or Steve 6464's. Tiny, I'm so sorry. I obviously have cocked up then. Actually, let's have a quick look. Because if I'm just going to have a look. Because if I got it, even if it hasn't got the intro outro thing with Arnold and the graphic, I'll show it right now. So I've got 1 to 20. And I've got Raw. 1 to 20. Steve, Brian, Turtle. Oh right, Huge Ass, Q, Hen, the Matt Powell one. Sorry, I haven't got the names on them. Andreas Out, Lubo in China. Where's Wally? Another Matt Powell. There's a one with a flat Earth map. Global Moms, Eric Hares, Dookies. I think it was Lubo's, LK, Crow XE, Hen. And that last one, which was the dip angle one from Ion 2. I don't know where that is. That's not in the folder. Oh, man. Tiny, I will try and make it up to you, okay? You're right, I put them... Because I remember that. Oh, I tell you what, I wonder if what it is. You sent me the video and it had music, and I sent back to you saying... you know, I need to know about copy, music and copyright and so on. I wonder if I didn't keep that pending you coming back to me. You came back to me and said it's fine, here's the link. And I took the link. Maybe at that point I hadn't taken the video. I can only think it's happened like that. So, look, you get that video to me again if you can, all right? And we will definitely do it. Nay, I'll tell you what, if you wish, I will do a standalone video just of that. Never mind a live stream, we'll do a standalone video, just the Tiny Captain's 1 minute debunk with me apologising. How's that? I'll happily do that. Okay? Or DM me and we'll get sorted out on it. Thank you. Well, Justin Franks, I could play it now, but I haven't got it. That's the problem. Unless, Tiny, can you get that to me? Oh, is that it? All right. Well, I'll tell you what, let's try and do it. I'm happy to try and do it. Okay, 1 second. All right, let's pop that on there. This is a 1 minute video. And the description says, this is trimmed on the intro and outro as possible for the 1 minute debunk for Mr. Sensible. And do you know what, Tiny? I don't even remember the intro picture. Oh, sorry, let's get this set up as best I can. I'll have to do some manual research. I think that's fairly close. Yeah, we're going to show it now. Right. Well, when I say now, just let me get this graphic, the OBS sorted. Oh, come on, unlock that. I'm glad you got me that link that you had it up on YouTube. So what we will also have to do, oh, come on. So I'm just trying to tidy it up, making it look as professional as possible very quickly. Just talk among yourselves for a minute, guys. Right. Okay. I think we got it. So, with my very, very deepest apologies, Tiny, I'm so glad we now got this so you can play, because you deserve it, because you did do a submission. I cocked up. My bad. So here we go. This is Tiny Captain's 1 Minute Debunk with thanks.
A Mercator reactor is basically a piece of paper rolled up like a cylinder and put around the world at the equator. The north and the south are stretched to fit the surface. So if you take 180 nautical miles between the divider at the equator and move it to 90 degrees north, you are only left with 90 nautical miles. Clear enough?
Only variant is how tall you are. Okay.
Thank you for that, Tiny. Do you know, I feel so bad, I really do. But we're going to make sure we get the link to Tiny's channel in. Let's add it in. Add it in right now. So number 21, Tiny Captain. Sorry, I have to look like this because I'm looking under the microphone. Right, so we actually want to find your channel rather than the individual video. Here we go, channel. Oh, it's playing. There we go. You're in there. If everyone wants to refresh, you should see the link to Tiny Captain's channel as well. Brilliant. And we got it in there as well. So listen, massive thanks to every person who submitted. I appreciate each and every one of those, even the ones that I didn't show. Sorry, Tiny. I'm going to nip off and shoot myself, okay? But don't worry, I'll be quite humane, all right? Tiny is no trouble. You went to the trouble to do a video. I went to the trouble of cocking it up. So I think it's only fair that I go to the trouble of trying to put it right again, my friend, all right? So thank you, everyone. All those submissions, I really appreciate them. I hope everyone else enjoyed them. I certainly did. And I look forward to doing one of these 1 minute debunks again in 4, 5, 6 months time, something like that. It's not a set pattern as to when we do it, although it's been a fun thing to do just before Christmas. Massive thanks to all my members and patrons who support me month in, month out. Really, really appreciate it. And massive thanks to all of you who have kindly super chatted. And I'm just having a double check because I don't want to miss any of those out as well, do I? I think I'm up to date. Yeah, last one was Jeff C. Thank you, Jeff C. Guys, oh, you love your guys' references. Well, you could say that, Mr. X, Mr. Y, but I couldn't possibly comment. Where did that come from? Yeah, it was fun, Justin. It was. Follow the FE way of life. Right, guys, I am going to, because I have to really, because I'm absolutely shattered, I'm going to love you and leave you. I will see those of you who wish to join me on Christmas Day. It's not a live premiere, it's just a short video, only 5 or 6 minutes, so you can just watch it at any point. It's just a message for you all, and a special, very special Christmas message of love and cheer from Mitchell from Australia, to me especially, but I think his feelings that he expressed are probably aimed at all of you. Okay, so I did want to share it with all of you. and whatever comes up next with the new year. Have a great Christmas. Have a wonderful, wonderful new year. And please make sure that you all look after yourselves. Stay well, stay safe, and stay sensible. Happy Christmas, Happy New Year. All the best. Bye-bye now. He's clicked on the wrong button again.
Mr. Sensible, Mr. Sensible, bring me some cheese, and get me only the best if you please. Best if you please. Here are some flowers, let me display them. Yea, better one, or you have gone all slay them. Mr. Sensible, you are a man. Every subscriber is a faithful fan. Bring your logic and your cheese. Mr. Sensible, help us out, please. Mr. Sensible, I needed proof of gravity, so I jump off the roof. It can't let me go further. Why was I ever such a dumb flat earther? Mr. Sensible, I'm such a clown. I am the laughing stock of the town. Bring your logic and your cheese. Mr. Sensible, help me out, please. Mr. Sensible, bring me a sphere, to which the waters of the oceans adhere, have explanations, but let me be candid.